Hey there YouTube, this is Warmech95 back after an extremely long absence from YouTube. This was for various reasons that included me becoming unemployed, me trying to find new work, not having much cash to buy new stuff with, but also just basically trying to find my own way in life. But I am back for this very special review, which comes courtesy of some presents that were sent to me recently, and also me deciding to try and get back into reviewing and also customizing as well. So without further ado, I will introduce the 3-star members of this review as in the description, and they are going to be Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Starscream with Deluxe Class Thundercracker, and literally just in today through the post, Deluxe Class Skywarp, to create the brand new Thrilling 30 Transformers Seeker Squadron. Now, straight off the bat, these guys are absolutely amazing. A lot of people have seen the Starscream reviews that have been out there by a lot of people. Thundercracker has only just come out, and Skywarp, I haven't seen any reviews of him yet, so hopefully this might be the first chance people get to see all of these 3 figures together in action. So I'll just zoom in on the figures. In here we have Commander Starscream in his typical G1 silver, blue and red deco. Lovely orange clear plastic for the canopy on the hood. Beautiful orange, oh, watch out for that. Beautiful orange light piping. So this is an excellent representation of Starscream from the Fall and War for Cybertron games. And then just behind him is his very well-known counterpart, Thundercracker, who comes in lovely blue colours with purple highlights and is typical red and silver and black. So I'll just bring Thundercracker forward. And these will be kind of quick reviews because I've got some other stuff coming up in the end of the review as well. So Thundercracker, just to give you a good quick once-over for the figure itself. Starting at the top, Thundercracker comes with lovely deep red light piping in the head. Beautiful, beautiful head sculpt. I think of all the kind of Seeker mold Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp repaints, none of them have really kind of gotten the head right, in my opinion. Not even the kind of Voyager class Cybertron molds. Find these things have gotten very. This is the best kind of head mold for a classic style Starscream head that I've ever seen, which I think is absolutely awesome. So just pulling out a bit, he has a yellow canopy, which is nice that there's a variation between in canopy colours between Starscream and Thundercracker. And then pulling out a bit, he has black arms, and panning down we have nice black legs, blue legs with black highlights. Now you'll notice that the legs are very, very blue. As you can see, lovely kind of not ultramarines blue, kind of enchanted blue, if any Games Workshop people know what enchanted blue is. And then there's a black mark here. That's me. I'm going to custom paint this just to break up all the blue. I'm going to fill in all these inserts with black just to break it up and to give them a bit more depth. The feet themselves I've already customized with some silver metallic paint from Games Workshop, and just to again give it more like thrusters and to give a nice kind of shiny look to it, because this was all these feet were just all blue, and it just felt a bit kind of boring, just all that solid blue color. It's a lovely color, but just I think a bit more detail is sometimes what's required. And I also, these silver squares in his shoulders that really pop there, again silver highlights that I added myself with some Games Workshop paint. And then coming into his gun, as you can see in the background, this Thundercracker's gun, the Path Blaster, I believe, from the Fall of Cybertron games. This, again, all the silver wasn't here when it came. This was all fully blue and absolutely no metallic paint on it at all. So I figured just to match it in the background there, we have it matching Starscream's Path Blaster cannon as well. And there is a reason for that. So I'll just bring the gun more in. As you can see, a few more silver highlights painted in down at the back here. I might do this little piece here, but I'm not too sure just yet. So that is Thundercracker, and I'll get more into the mold itself once I get through all the Seekers individually. I'll just turn Thundercracker around. As you can see, a nice lot of blue going on there with the typical red and silver stripes. Nice Decepticon logos on the wings. And again, I've customized this as well with a silver and red stripe on his tail fin just to break up all that blue. Nice silver painting and also some purple highlights as well. So this Thundercracker really is absolutely amazing. The fact that we've been able to get him and he's going to be coming with his comic book as well is absolutely fantastic. So that's Thundercracker taken care of. And now into the most recent figure, which I haven't had much time to play with yet, but is absolutely staggering, is Skywarp, the teleporter, the prankster, the basic Decepticon pain in the ass for friend and foe alike. So here we have Skywarp. As you can see, that is a lovely purple, kind of deep leash or warlock purple, again using Games Workshop painting terms. He has a nice kind of reddish amber style cockpit, which means all three cockpits are different colors. He comes with the kind of, he kind of matches Thundercracker for the nice red light piping, and what light piping it is, if you just kind of go, if you put that there, see, that light piping is just absolutely incredible. And just, he comes in lovely purple, and black, grey. Well, it's more of a kind of dark charcoal plastic and has just some kind of grey plastic feet and purple toes. Again, I'll probably be getting my silver paints out just to break up the grey on the feet as well. And he comes again with this Path Blaster cannon, the double-barreled rotating gun, which also splits in half with all these pegs, so you can put one on each hand, which I'll show off later on. I have a particular weapons fit out that I like to give these guys, which I will show you later on. And these three characters, to have them in the collection finally in a deluxe class with good posability, good vehicle modes, and excellent character to all three of them is just absolutely fantastic. Hats off to Hasbro for finally, I feel like they've finally gotten the Seekers right. The old school deluxe class Seeker mold was good, but I think these guys really do bring a fresh kind of bite to the affair, which is absolutely awesome. So what I'm going to do is I will see. Oh yes, must turn him around just to get the back of Skywarp there, just so in robot mode. You'll see more of these in plane mode as well once I get them all transformed. And yes, at this point I will do the robot articulation, for which I will use Skywarp. Just so I'll set these two guys off to the back. They all come with the same. If anyone who's seen a Starscream review or Thundercracker review will get a chance to see all this sort of stuff. So it does come with very good articulation. Head is on a swivel, and because of the transformation it is on a hinge, so you can have him looking back, so you can force a kind of flying pose, so you can have him flying away in robot mode, and he can still just about, there we go, he can look like he's looking where he's going flying, so you can give him like the kind of Superman style flying mode, so yeah, that is absolutely tremendous. Best thing about flying guys, that they can actually see where they're going while they fly. And as you can see from the arms, comes in a swivel, double swivel joint on the shoulder, so you can go up, down. Arms will rotate 360, but the wings get in the way. Comes with a lovely double jointed elbow there, a swivel at the shoulder, and it comes with a nice wrist swivel. With the legs just kind of standard for kind of classics generations figures just right now, so you've got nice in and out motion, double swivel at the hips, nice swivel at the thigh, and a knee which is just about 90 degrees, and his feet come with a nice pivot, so you can get some nice wide A stances. As just bring the camera down. I've been out of it for 2 years, guys, so I apologise if my camera work is a little shoddy. And then you've got you can get them into nice kind of closed feet poses as well, but these guys suit the A stance a bit better because it also helps with their stability. So there you go. I will take his Path Blaster cannon, splits apart, and you can mount it in these peg holes just underneath the arms. So you can give it the kind of classic Seeker look of arm-mounted death ray machine gun things. I always love the fact, I remember back reading, if you read the Wikipedia entries on these guys, they always make a big deal of them saying that each Seeker comes with a different weapons loadout, despite the fact they all look the same from the same animation model. But these guys really do pull it off, the fact that you can have the classics Seeker silhouette, though it would have been nice if they could have been able to mount the guns here on the shoulders so that they would just kind of sweep down and give a nice kind of like null ray shoulder mounted cannons the way they do beforehand. But that is just a nostalgic G1 nitpick for me. That is basically the bet. This is a really good, amazing kind of setup with these guys. They've done an amazing job, and it really does kind of pop for these guys. There we go, guys. So this is my particular favorite weapons loadout for the Seekers right now. So here we have Thundercracker, and if we zoom out a bit, you'll see, because I've been able to add some silver paint to the blue guns, I've been able to match them up with Starscream's Path Blaster guns, and now Thundercracker as a whole comes as, I basically have Thundercracker as like a light troop, lightly armoured kind of demolisher type figure, where he just lays down insane amounts of firepower and just wipes out troops in droves, and really does just kind of lay waste to everything. Like his sonic booms, they just kind of destroy everything, but they're only good for light targets and lots of basic troops. So that's my kind of loadout that I've got for Thundercracker, and you'll see those in vehicle mode in the moment. And then moving on to Starscream, I've got a couple of customized weapons for him, which are 2 Power Ranger blasters, which I've modified for 5mm peg holders, just so that I figured he's more of a close combat guy, and so something smaller, a bit more elegant would be for him. And they also kind of remind me of his null rays, both in G1 and also in the Prime series too. So these will be getting a bit more paint, and they look absolutely tremendous. They also peg in nicely to the holes on his wings, so they give him that kind of downswept null ray blaster look that we usually see with Starscream. And then moving on to Skywarp, I've given Skywarp something a little bit different, if you can see there. And those of you who don't know, I've given Skywarp these 2 missile pods. Now these missile pods, those who know your toys, these are from the Cyberverse Arc playset, and they come with 5mm peg holes and handles, and they fit absolutely perfectly into these guys. So now Skywarp is like a teleporting heavy support warrior now, so he can, if you think you've got everybody covered, he'll just zap out, disappear, and if you're dealing with some tanks, he will teleport in behind and just lay waste with these kind of Macross missile pod launcher doodads. And they will give it absolutely, they will just blow everything out of the way and just lay down some serious devastation. So he does hold it under arm. They do fit into the peg holes in his arms, into the wings, and also into the peg holes in his legs for jet mode. So yeah, that is my particular weapons loadout for these Seekers. Now that I had a chance to fully customize them and fully enjoy them for what they are. Without instructions, you should be able to get the feel for how they transform. As you can see, they make for a very, very awesome looking squadron of flyers, and they're vibrant colors and different styles really do set them apart from anything else that and gives us the Seeker Squadron we all know and love. As there's their lovely colors in purple and blue and silver and red, and Starscream as well in the center. So you know, there's lots of really, they are a bit small for flyers, and you know, Voyager class figures would have been awesome, but as we all know, with costs and shipping and handling and you know the cost of things these days, I can understand why they all went deluxe. Deluxe seems to be the new kind of size for a lot of core figures, which I've no problem with at all, because it just makes the bigger figures even better as bigger characters. So the only thing else I'm going to show you right now with these figures is my custom weapons loadout for these guys in jet mode. Here we go. Here is Starscream with his custom null rays that I've been making for him. They just kind of snug nicely under his wings and give him, again, a lovely kind of bird of prey style effect and lovely kind of null ray blasting goodness. So it really does give that acrobatic look that Starscream has always had in his existence. Next we'll bring in Thundercracker, who has the combined Pathfinder cannons with Starscream, and just looking at this, he is such a beast. He is such a beast with those abs with just like he's got 4 twin-link Gatling guns, and he's ready to come in and just mow down everything on the field. And I love this weapons configuration because it really does give a bit of bulk and a bit of extra size to what is essentially a small scout flyer plane jet type thing, and it really does add a lot to his silhouette. It just gives an absolutely amazing kind of, the swept look with the wings following into the red and the blue and the silver really does join everything up together. So yeah, I'm really happy with the Thundercracker kind of weapons loadout that has come out of having both these two figures and finding something unique for Starscream and himself. So that's those two. And finally, I'll just move those back there. Finally, we have Skywarp. And for Skywarp, he has the kind of missile pod Macross missile launchers from the Cyberverse Arc set, as I showed you. You can see, it again, it bulks out his silhouette, makes him look like this guy. When you see him coming, he will literally destroy everything. Future plans, I will be kind of painting these missile warheads red, so that they can be a bit more easy to stand out against the eye. But as you can see, the grey plastic in the missile pods matches up very nicely with the dark grey plastic of the legs and the arms and the body itself as well. So there you go. There are my 3 Seeker jets. I'll just arrange them a bit better. So you have your kind of up close and personal close attack commander with his null rays. You've got the troop destroying minigun toting Thundercracker, and then you have the heavy targeting destroy everything else bomber that is Skywarp. So there you go, there's their vehicle modes, and again, as in the robot modes, these make an absolutely amazing squadron. Though they're all the same, they have enough character and they're customizable enough so that you can give them absolutely, sorry about that, you can give them whatever kind of weapons loadout you want, and you can make them as beastly and as powerfully armed as you want, or you can just keep them all the same as a troop builder. But I think this stuff is the way to go, really. Make them as unique as possible because they'll always be the same body type and the same kind of look, but you can give them as much personality as you please. And this is, I figured I'd give you a nice little treat here, guys. I figured I'd show you my Seekers in amongst their kind of Decepticon brethren, as their kind of, this is my kind of like G1 Decepticon command unit sort of shelf that I've built out of a lot of different figures. So if we start, you've got like some Knockdown there, Terradive, some Vehiclones, got some Bruticus, then you've got the Seekers just kind of fit in very well because you've got Soundwave there. Got Megatron and Starscream with Lugnut, and the three kind of loyalist jets are big Voyager figures of Skyquake and Dreadwing and Lugnut, and then you've got your 3 kind of treacherous deluxe class flyers here with Thundercracker, Skywarp, and Starscream, and then in with Shockwave and Frenzy and Demolisher, and the Devastator figure and Dropshot in the back there too, and Axor as well. So these figures really do kind of set alive and are very good for completing like a 30th anniversary new generation of G1 characters. And just with they really do make, they are great as troop builders, but they're also great as individual characters in themselves. And as you can see here, it looks like a really awesome, vibrant, colourful Decepticon assault force. So that is basically the end of my review. I apologise for the length of this review, but I am gushing so much about these figures. But I figured they are very much worthy of the praise that I'm giving them now, in my opinion, because there's a lot of really, really nice stuff going on. And just looking at them now as a team together, you know, if you get your Starscream, you have to get your Thundercracker and your Skywarp, because, you know, without these two, you know, this guy's all alone, and without this guy, these two just you know, you gotta get them in. So I really do think that it's worth. It might cost a bit, but it is seriously worth the investment, I would say. But that is, I've been away for a while, and that was a big mouthful to get out in my return to the Transformer reviewing world. I'm hoping to be reviewing a couple of new figures that are going to be coming in very soon. So I really do thank you for taking the time to watch this. And this is Warmech95. Hopefully not for the last time. Signing off. Bye.